Um, Hi, this is the regular monthly meeting of the Dighton Development and Industrial Commission. This meeting is being recorded for broadcast on the Dighton cable channel and on the town YouTube site. At 6:04, I'd like to call a meeting to order. Could all join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before I forget, I'm just gonna.
Thank you.
So the first item of business, old business, is discuss review on the scheduling update to the Board of Selectmen. So we're on, I'll remind Leanne Kerwin, but we're on schedule for the February 12th Board of Selectmen meeting. Paul, Laura, and I had agreed to do this a while ago. And Laura, you suggested that we try to get together, three of us, just to decide who's going to talk about what and make sure it's a coherent presentation. And you were suggesting like the Monday, Tuesday, right before the 12th. And it just makes me nervous because if something happens, somebody has a conflict.
That's true.
I don't know. And, you know, Paul's not here, but I could follow up with him. I don't know if anytime next week. I mean, I'm open most evenings or Monday, Tuesday, the day, most Monday, Tuesdays, or Paul, of course, be working during the day. And, you know, you and I could just do it and then I can talk to Paul separately, or you said you just wanted to like
Yes.
review everything. So.
Yes, yeah, because let me, the things that I'm gonna speak on, I just want to make sure
You
I
have to
have
speed
enough
on.
information
Yeah.
to not embarrass us.
Oh, come on.
Do you want to try to find it? Do you want to like me to shoot you some when I'm available and you can take?
Yeah, I
And
think
if
that's
Paul can do it with us, fine. If not, I can just like touch base separately and make sure he's good. Okay, so I'll do that.
actually, maybe instead of, I've been talking about us looking at property
Yeah.
on Friday, maybe instead of, because it's still cold out, we could maybe just meet to, not, we don't have, it
Do
doesn't
that
have to be in
instead.
person, but meet
Okay.
and talk about that instead.
Okay, so I'll send you my email and we have my email, but phone number and everything. And we can pick a time probably on Friday. We can talk. Okay. Is it still gonna be cold later in the week? It was like in the 40s today, but I don't know what the rest of the week's.
I can't even remember what day of the week it is.
So crazy. This weather, you just don't know what it's gonna be.
Yeah, I haven't paid attention.
Okay.
Um,
I think they're saying rain, snow Wednesday. I think. It's not tomorrow,
The weather
maybe Wednesday.
later in the week. Friday, okay, 26 degrees. Oh, I'm sorry, well, up to 45. That's a bit later in the afternoon, and I'll drop after that, so.
Oh, we're gonna have a heat wave.
We can plan on talking, and if it turns out to be a better day, we can discuss maybe visiting properties,
or maybe we visit one property.
one property, yeah.
and Have a little chat on,
On Friday, okay, so I was gonna suggest that, because Paul sounds like he's not gonna be around on Friday afternoon after 1, is what he said. Because of commitments. So
Oh,
his last
okay.
email.
yeah, I read it real quick.
So I was gonna, Paul had, you know, offered to chauffeur you or you and Barbara around to do this, but that's not really necessary.
No.
And if you
no,
just
we
want
can-
somebody to go with you, I'd be glad to go with you. I can chauffeur you around and, but we can just pick one parcel, or several of these are like groupings of parcels, like they're all contiguous with each other. If we want to pick one and.
Are they cleared lots?
I don't know anything about these
We
lots.
don't
so-
know, wait till we put our feet down, I'm not sure, they're just addresses right now.
Mhm. Are you free Friday?
I think I am. I'll have to look.
Okay,
Sometimes I think I am, and then some days I go in and it's like, oh, I didn't have to come in today.
But we can play it by ear,
like-
based on weather.
Tomorrow I have 3 webinars.
Um, so that's item number 1 and run for the February 12th. Second item was discuss a committee replacement for the Taunton Area Chamber of Commerce when John Chiat left in December. So one, Chris Silva from the chamber reached out to me this week and said that she had spoken to somebody who's a member in a Dighton residence, Chris Reddy,
Mm-hmm.
who owns All Out Services in Dighton. And she actually said something to him and he would be interested. I know that when we last met, Paul and Joe had also said that one of the branch managers of the bank, lives in Dighton, and he was going to reach out and see if they'd be interested. But since we don't have that information, I don't know, I can reach out to Chris and ask him to come to our next meeting and talk to him and see if we'd like to invite him to join, take that place. And it would be a little bit different because he's actually representing the chamber as opposed to just an ad hoc member. So it would just be our conduit also, in addition to everything else, like getting, what's going on there, taking feedback from us to them, that sort of thing. So, okay.
Good to me.
All right. So I'll reach out to Chris and ask him if he can join our next meeting.
Yeah, I've worked with Chris. He's pretty good.
Okay, good. The next item, and this was actually not on the agenda, but I wanted to bring it up just for discussion. And you actually already touched upon it, which was the whole agricultural leasing and wanting to go around and visit some of the sites and see which, if any, were
Mhm.
good. And you had mentioned the fact that you watched the recent open space meeting.
Mhm.
They had brought it up. I think they brought it up because at the last meeting, Lenny was here and he said, could we attend an open space meeting to tell them about that? And I said, well, give us till like March, because it's just an idea right now. We don't have anything. We don't even know if any of the land's any good. So I don't know if it's really like the kind of thing we would want to, we'd love to have them support us, but we'd want to collaborate with them. But the Agricultural Commission, I don't know if that's been revised one is up and running yet, or.
It is running.
It is, because that's.
Have you been? Did you go to
I
the
haven't.
last meeting?
I haven't gotten any notification.
Really? I'll have to make sure. Yeah, they did have a meeting, a couple Tuesdays, I think. I'll let you know, Laura.
Okay, 'cause, I mean, this is right up there. I mean, it's the kind of thing that, they probably want to run with.
Mhm.
So, I mean, we can look at the properties, but at some point we may just want to, if they're interested in doing it, then, just hand it off to them. So,
Okay.
okay. Oh, yeah. Under new business, I have discussed with you act on committee marketing efforts after our name change. So we have a new web URL, revised website, pamphlets that we're going to talk about. We haven't really done any much outreach with emails or Facebook or anything recently since we started talking about changing our name, because we wanted to like rebrand it, use the correct name, all that kind of stuff. But I was thinking that after that February meeting, because we're going to be asking the Board of Selectmen to change our name to the Economic Development Committee, can start some Facebook posting, direct emails. The handouts that we're going to talk about, I think they'd be great to like go in the Planning and Conservation office, upstairs, town hall, Selectmen's office. The one about starting a new business, I was actually going to see any of the banks, some of the business to business, services in town, like banks, insurance, if they'd be interested in keeping a couple on their counters, that sort of thing. So,
That's a good idea.
yeah. But that's kind of all on hold until we get the name change and we can just start off fresh. Okay. So we have two here. One is the draft that we've been working on for a while, which is just a marketing for ourselves. And I did add under business success stories. I reached out to some of the companies in town that have worked with us in the past, either come to our networking events, or we've talked to directly, or they supported us in other ways. So Ruggio Farms, One Connection, Dighton House of Pizza, which we did an interview with, or Paul did, all agreed and provided a small quote. So we've added that in here. I think other than that, the verbiage hasn't really changed since the last time we reviewed this. This is one of the things we can show the selectmen as well about, and this is also the kind of thing that once we get to the point where I think we need an in, or just some connections for networking events in the area, Southeastern Mass, that we can attend, and we can have these to hand out, that sort of thing, we can attend. And so that's part of the general plan down the road too.
Will the Taunton Chamber have?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll take some, and
Well, what, I don't even know about these events that are happening.
yeah, we can reach out, we can ask them. I mean, they're representing Taunton, Dighton, Berkeley, Rainham. So any of their events, we can certainly attend. We might want to, start looking even further afield about companies we want to try to attract to town. Gotham Greens is, the one example that John Jaget had reached out to. Their Providence based, but they were interested. Unfortunately, they have a very long timeline about their interest. They're looking years down the road, not tomorrow. But, that would be another, I don't think we have to limit ourselves to just the immediate area for trying to attract businesses. So.
Sounds good.
The other, and so now I'm on, and I did actually, for this one, got some feedback on planning and conservation. I was going to show tonight, as it's mentioned in here, Board of Health, as well as the assessors, and to see if they have any feedback. But this was, we had talked about updating the online business guide that the town has, which Mike Mullen had written a couple years ago. We thought all of the content was great. The flow is just hard to figure out what you're looking for, and does it have all the information? Is it easy to navigate? And we've talked about kind of taking a stab at rewriting it and then presenting it back to now Ralph and see if, he'd like the updates. It was a lot to do to rewrite that, and I actually didn't make a lot of headway. So instead I segued into something we had looked at that the town of Westford did, which was kind of condense the most important parts of that to a little handout like this. So I did share this already with Laura and Paul, because they had talked about helping with that rewriting of the permitting guide. So I just wanted to go over this tonight and see what people thought and if they have any feedback. Barbara, you can see on the last back page is where I list not every type of approval and permit, but common types. A lot of them are under the Board of Health, but I don't know if things that I should be including that I'm not. I just kind of went through what information I had about the town and picked out the
You've
things.
got the important ones
Okay.
here.
All right. So this is a draft still, and maybe when Joe or Paul gets a chance to look at it, we can get some feedback from them. And we wouldn't be printing this anyway until, after our name change again.
You did a very good job.
Oh, good, thank you.
Really great job. It's very interesting and it's easy to read too.
Yeah, this is, the format is pretty much based off the town of Westford, what they did, so.
Really?
Yeah. So,
We're going to be starting a program on the Dighton TV station, Channel 9. It's going to be called Discover Dighton. And Tammy Mello is going to be hosting it. We started off with just getting Board of Health things out there, and then it kind of mushroomed. So she had suggested she'd like to interview one or two people from each department also, so the townspeople would know
Mhm.
who they are and what they do and how they
Right.
can help the townspeople. So I think that would be a fantastic,
Yeah. Yeah,
I like it.
absolutely.
yeah, that'd be great to get this off the ground. Really great for businesses.
Yeah, I agree.
But we're just gonna have like Discover Dighton. It's gonna be whatever, we're even planning.
Coincidence that ours says Discover Day? I mean, like, is it that great minds think alike, or was there some planning in here, or?
I know,
I didn't even put that connection together.
I know. And we're also going to try it, get a little 5 minutes or whatever in of rescue animals that might be looking for homes
Oh, nice.
also. And just a little buffet of everything. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
This will be once a month?
I don't know. Tammy's got a lot on her plate, and she's got a lot she wants to divulge. She actually just started like 2 or 3 weeks ago doing little things for Facebook and whatever and Instagram. And she's talking about horses, she's talking about animals, she's talking about everything and anything. And her personality is phenomenal. She's a retired police officer from Rhode Island, and also she worked with the ASPCA in Rhode Island. And she's very quick-minded, very interesting, but very knowledgeable too. So I think she's going to work out really well.
Good.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, we'll have to.
So anything you guys can think of, let us know. We'll definitely do with the businesses, help out with the businesses,
Good,
definitely.
good. The next item on the agenda is discuss review request for the annual town report. So I just got a email from Leanne Kerwin saying it's due by April 1st for inclusion in the town meeting
Mhm.
print up that they do. So I'm willing to do that unless somebody else would prefer to do it. No, okay.
Thank you.
So we have plenty of time now for me to write something up and get it back to us for review and,
I will be getting a little more time. We finally have our per diem health agents.
oh, good, yes, I saw
That's
that.
one job I'm going to lose, most of it anyway.
The next announcements, just acknowledge and welcome new businesses in town. So we've had 3 new businesses open since our last meeting. Simon Soft Wash, which offers pressure washing for residential and commercial properties. The owner is Brandon Simons. And he actually also requested to be added to our online business directory, which is great. We have like, I think 55 plus, businesses listed out there, which is one of the things we're going to want to be promoting to again when we start
Right.
sending out emails and Facebook postings. The second was The Body Shop, which is a wellness, massage, and fitness center. It's right next to Aaron's Chop Shop. There used to be another beauty center there that has since moved to Rainham, and so now The Body Shop is opened up.
Whereabouts is it?
Aaron's Chop Shop
No.
on Winthrop Street, almost to the Rehoboth line.
Oh, okay, that way, yeah, yeah.
It's on the right, so it's, past Seeks, and you'll see them past before, right after the vet clinic. That's.
Mhm.
So, but if you go online, they offer fitness, like gym classes sort of thing. But then they also offer massages and,
Really?
yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah. And then the last one, I don't know anything about the company. They just pulled a business certificate. It's called Company H. I don't really know. I couldn't find any other information like online about them, so I'm not sure what they're doing.
Oh, we wish them luck.
Yes, exactly. So thank you all. Thank you.
Does it say where they are?
I have the owner's name. I didn't write it down here, but just, it was just a business certificate, so it's doing business as Company H.
Okay.
Yeah, I think at our last meeting, we had like 9 that we announce new businesses. A lot of these are home-based businesses, but
Mhm,
we
which is
get,
great.
we get like 20 new businesses a year on average, 2025. The, I did want to put this under announcements. Again, I forgot to put this on the agenda, but it's just to discuss. So at our January 7th meeting, we came up with our budget request for the year. We requested $900. So that broke down into $150 for printing costs, a lot of which is the people on the call agreed that I'm going to be doing. I can do this on my printer. That's where this came on my printer.
Really?
And I can do it for like 4 to 5 cents a page. So I can just get reimbursement.
Mm-hmm.
If we print them, and we can get as many or as few as we need them and when we need them.
Mhm.
You know, to take it to be printed, it was like 50 to 60 cents per one. So much cheaper. The only downside is you can see these are kind of flat. The glossy ones, which you may have seen, which are really nice and stand out well, you can't do on a laser printer because they just smear. So this is the best I could do, but we could always, if there was a special occasion, we wanted some glossy ones, we could just go to a printer and have it made. But so our estimate was $150 for that. And then $750, which we would plan to encumber. I'm sorry, $750, which matched with another $750 from this year's budget that we haven't used. We would encumber this year's $750, match it with that, give us a total of $1,500. And we can finally try to put together a short marketing video using the stock footage that we had a drone operator do for us a couple years ago.
They let you do that, or do you have to turn in the 750?
No, as long as we have a contract in place, we can't encumber it without it being dedicated for something specific, which means an actual agreement with a vendor.
Okay,
But if we, between now and June, we can find a vendor who can do it. I think I'd said that the town has a marketing firm that they deal with occasionally when they, put out press releases and they want it to be reviewed or something. Their estimate for them personally doing it was $2,500. So, we are going to try for $1,500 and aim towards schools. So I have to reach out now that school's back in session. I was going to reach out to Stonehill College, which has a marketing department, UMass. I had tried BP back in November, December, but they were probably all just going on break at that time.
mhm.
So I'll reach out to them again. But I think maybe it's certainly the colleges that have marketing departments, looking an intern might be willing to do this. So we're going to try that.
Good.
Let's see. I don't have any correspondence. Does anybody have anything for public input?
No.
No?
No,
Okay.
no.
I didn't get a chance to write up the meeting minutes. Not my favorite job anyway, so I always postpone that, but I will have those available for the next meeting.
No problem.
Set our next meeting date. So if we continue with the fourth Monday of the month, it would be Monday, February 24th at 6 p.m.
Okay.
The meeting with the selectmen is not going to be a formal meeting. I mean, we're just doing a presentation, so we're not actually convening an actual meeting.
Mhm.
Anybody else have anything they'd like to bring up? No?
I know there's talk about the sewer on 44, which we
Let's
all
talk
want.
about it.
Yeah, I know they kind of,
Probably, at least the grant to look at it, probably it's not going to happen.
yeah, as I look for my grants through the Board of Health, I'm keeping my eyes open. Because I really think a business base instead of a resident base on taxes, we need it so much. And that's the obvious place.
Yeah,
Because it just seems it keeps building up from time, coming this way.
and there's a fair amount from Rehoboth coming down.
Yes, both ways,
It's not as
in the middle.
But yeah,
We're in the middle. I think and the traffic going back and forth, it's a lot better than 138.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see, of course, the sewer price construction is going up more and more every day. But you never know, there was one new program that came out and they gave quite a bit of money and it was for a few different departments and one of them was small businesses. I don't know exactly what it is. There's another one that just came out with agriculture too, it seems it's very lucrative. I couldn't believe some of the things that they were granting. It was amazing.
This is from the state or federal?
State.
State, yeah, there's lots of grants out there.
Wow. I was doing it today, actually. I just accidentally came upon it when I was doing some other work. And I just ran through the grants they gave out for manure spreaders and a lot of organic things.
Mhm.
And they were quite 50,000 here, 50,000 there. And I was amazed at it. So I'll keep looking, see if we can get anything that we can offer out there too.
Is that also the kind of thing that the agricultural commission is gonna be like
Yeah, they could.
aware of and
They
like,
could.
steering people towards and, yeah,
Yeah, well, I have Tammy on it now, representing the Board of Health,
okay.
and she's right there. She's very, very, very good.
Good.
Because we need some things to get done through the Ag Commission to help the Board of Health out also. But it's all coming together gradually, little by little.
Good. Yeah, I mean, when we first restarted this after this committee, after it had been had gone vacant for a while, one of the things we said was we definitely don't want to do things. We don't want to be stepping on other committees' toes,
Mhm.
but there's a lot of overlaps.
Oh,
So you
definitely,
do a
definitely.
partner.
I think I think it really helps when we overlap and help one another out and work together.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We can accomplish a lot.
Yeah.
Instead of just trying to keep your own little committee and, no, I'm sorry, I just rather. The more the merrier.
Agreed. Anything else? No? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Yep, I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Aye.
Thanks. Good
Night.
night.